I had a chance to test this lens for a little while. I borrowed it for the air show from OMDS, and thanks OMDS for letting me test this lens once more. Usually this lens is for birds and wildlife and maybe even sports, but I did something else. I photographed some details in old buildings in downtown Helsinki. Hi there, my name is Peter Forsgaard and I am a professional photographer from Helsinki, Finland. And before we go outside and make those images, a disclaimer. As I said, I borrowed this lens from OMDS, and so it's not my lens, and they did not tell me what to say and all that, you know. All things are my own opinion on this video, like always. I have photographed these statues before, but I thought I'd do it again with this beast. I think it's an interesting thing to photograph details in the city. You know, there are a lot of nice reliefs over there too, which I might also photograph. And of course, if I was a bit longer, I could get a more level view. Now I'm photographing them from a very high angle or a low angle upwards, but it doesn't really matter. Older buildings are full of details, and a long telephoto lens is perfect for that, for those details that are high up in the buildings. Even though Helsinki doesn't have really high buildings, you still need a telephoto lens. But don't forget that, you know, there are details lower also, so you can actually use a wide-angle lens and sometimes for some details. So don't forget that you don't need to have this particular lens for doing this, but I just wanted to do because that's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, to look at the details and photograph them. As I said earlier, this lens is perfect for this, shooting these details in the city, or details in the buildings in the city. And because it has a lot of reach, this can go all the way up to 2000 millimeters with the MC20 like I have right now. It's 2000 millimeter equivalent to a full frame body, the field of view, I mean. And at least for me, it's really hard to find the subject. If I want to photograph those statues over there, it's really hard with the 2000 millimeter. I think Olympus/OMDS nailed it with this lens. It's a stunning quality lens. You know, the image quality, the build quality, everything about this lens is just perfect. They put the built-in extender in the lens. It's 1.25, so it makes it 1.25 longer reach, and that's a good thing. It's easy just to switch it on and switch back the normal way. And there is actually a lens that is moving inside when you turn this switch. And, you know, even though this looks a bit odd or when we talk about weather sealing, but it's still a weather sealed lens, as you can watch from this video that I made when this lens was just launched. It was a horrible weather, but, you know, I'm not sure if it is the same exact copy, but the lens was okay after that video. It was a horrible weather. This building here was built in 1900. There has been a department store for ages, and now it's transferred to be more like a mall. There are great details at the top of the building. And also a very good thing is that it has customizable buttons all over, so you can customize it to your likings. And of course it has the AF limiter switch on the side too, with 3 different options. But remember that some Olympus cameras also have AF limiter built in the body, so you can be more precise. And that's a really good way. If you know that your subject, let's say that you're photographing birds and you know your subject is flying around 200 meters away, you can limit the AF from 100 to 250 or have 150 to 250, and it won't, and it ever never will focus on the background. It will stick on the bird. And if you have the EM1X, then that's not a problem because it will stick on the bird if you use the bird AF. Unfortunately, I don't have the EM1X right now, but for this thing that I was photographing, I don't really need that. And yeah, and one more comment about the AF limiter. If you want to use it from the body, you need to set your lens like this. If you have it on either one of these two, the AF limiter is grayed out. So have it on this, and then you can use the AF limiter on your body. It is possible to get some unique views in the city with very long lens. The telephoto tends to squeeze the perspective, and it gives a totally different look than a standard lens or a wide-angle lens. I know this photo shoot was something different, but I hope you enjoyed it. I did, because it's something that I wanted to do a long time. And like I said, this lens is more likely to be used in bird photography, wildlife, or even sports. And that's something that I would like to test someday. And if I can get this lens again, I would test it how it is with sports. And if you want to get this lens, I do have an affiliate link to B&H in the description of this video. And here are some more videos you might want to watch about this lens. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.